Hello, everybody. Welcome out to the Death Battle Cast. We are live. We made it, everybody. Only 7 minutes late. You know, it's been worse.
We've been way worse than this. This isn't that bad, to be honest.
And we have cat.
Look,
It's
yeah,
cat
when
butt.
when we've got cat butt coming on stream, we had to make sure everything was perfect for you guys.
It's actually
before we went live.
it's my fault that we're late, but now that she's here, I'm just gonna blame her. We had
Yeah.
cat related issues. You know how it goes.
Yeah,
but the
there you
internet
go.
loves cats, so it's okay. So no one's in trouble. Definitely not me.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's in chat is loving cat butt, so it's all good. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Death Battle Cast. As always, I'm Ben, joined by Chad. We've got Sam here as well, and it's Lisa, the voice of Jocelyn.
What did you write about me? Was some beloved something?
Oh, we made some.
Wanna
You're
know.
right.
International former child star, beloved by all. Could be knighted if it wasn't America. We were just discussing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
But
Shame.
yes, I'm Lisa, and also Jocelyn, and this is girl Kevin. Boy Kevin is somewhere, I don't know, but that's girl Kevin.
You have a boy Kevin, girl Kevin?
Yeah, I have two cats, and they're both named Kevin.
Awesome.
One's a girl, one's a boy. I don't know why this is weird.
No, I mean, it makes sense to me. I always screw up our dogs' names, so just having them be the same would be great. And then you can differentiate.
Stick with one name.
Yeah.
I really
Wow.
recommend, and it should be Kevin. You should rename your dog.
It's
Kevin.
a good name. Yeah.
I have a dog named Mike.
Solid.
So what you need to do is rename your cat to Mike as well.
Girl
No.
Mike and boy Mike.
Oh,
What do you think about that?
But the cat is Olive, and she's so sweet. I wonder where she's at, actually. Anyway,
I've never thought about that. That's such a good idea, actually. Well, hey, everybody. We are going to be talking about one of the rematch options that you guys were voting on during the Kickstarter or after the Kickstarter.
it did not win.
It did not win, no. As we have announced, the winner of the rematch poll, which you guys would have received through your surveys on via your email connected to your Kickstarter account. Speaking of which, if you have not filled out, all the surveys about t-shirts and whatnot, please do that. We're going to be sending those out, in a bit. We'll need t-shirt sizes and things like that. But the winner of that poll was pretty definitively Master Chief versus Doom Guy. So that is an episode we will be doing in the future. But we figured it might be fun to explore some of the other rematches in Death Battle Casts, especially since if a matchup appeared on that rematch poll, it means that at least somebody in the Death Battle team, if not all of us, are interested in exploring that rematch. And Peach versus Zelda is one of them. So today, Chad is going to be repping Zelda. Sam is going to be repping
That's
Peach.
me.
It is their job to convince everybody here, especially you all watching live, that their character should win in a death battle by any means necessary. At the end of the show, you all will get a chance to vote for who you think should win. And also, Lisa is here too.
I will be arguing as to why girl Kevin could beat both of them. So I'm going to need some strong arguments because she's right here. She's very powerful. So let's see what you got.
I already have a counter for that, and that's because, Zelda has a cat suit, and she communicates with cats.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, but she's an actual cat. So which would win? Somebody pretending to be a cat or an actual cat? Boom. What else you got? I'm ready. I'm firing
Stands
on
ground
all
to me,
cylinders
yeah.
today.
Well, let me tell you. Zelda can summon meat and fish at will, so, she's going to
She can barf on all my carpet. On all my carpet in one day. She can completely miss the tile and go right on the carpet. I think that's a superpower. It amazes me every time she does it.
Animals really do have a knack for throwing up on the thing you would least like thrown up upon. They really are good at it.
They can detect it.
Yeah.
They know.
Downstairs, all tile and hardwood, and then the cat needs to throw up, and she runs to the doormat that's right near the back door, and it's like,
Yeah.
great, of course, there.
I made a terrible decision one time to grab, you know what they do the
Yeah.
like they're about to go, and you're like, oh, this is it. I made the terrible decision of running to grab boy Kevin and trying to get him to the bathroom tile because he was on the new carpet, but he decided to vomit mid travel. So I mostly just turned him into a vomit sprinkler and just put him he's all over the new carpet. And by the time I got him to the tile, he was all done. So just made it actually way worse than it would have been.
Aw. Well, before we get into this,
I'm here to tell vomit stories. Hey, welcome to
well,
Death Battle
maybe
Podcast.
you have more. Because before we get into this, Lisa, tell the good people at home what you're up to. What are you doing, or who you are, if they don't know who you are.
What's up? I'm Lisa Foyles. I'm from the Nickelodeon show All That. It's a sketch comedy show for kids, kind of like Saturday Night Live, and it was on for 10 years. Oh, what's this? Is this a Kids' Choice Award?
Any excuse you get.
It's a kaleidoscope. It's a
Wow.
kaleidoscope.
I didn't know they were kaleidoscopes. That's cool.
Yeah, it's amazing.
See, we were
I
talking
actually- I
before
totally-
cast. We were talking before cast about like if anybody had gotten awards here, and she was like, "Yeah, but is your award a kaleidoscope?"
It's just so I totally forgot that was there. I totally forgot I even won it. But anyway, yeah,
Perfectly in frame.
former international beloved child star, Malcolm in the Middle. You know, just pretty much just done it all. And now
Yeah,
I
but
sing
what
in
are
a
you
metal
doing
band.
now?
Just I was getting there. God dang it! I sing in a metal band, and I still act and do things. I'm in an upcoming horror comedy movie called Pool Party Massacre 2. Yes, it's a sequel. I'm not in the first one. I am in the second one. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, I sing in my metal band. I sing at the Punk Rock Museum. And I hang out with Girl Kevin. I also have a podcast. I'm sitting on my podcast set. It's called Temperamental with Lisa Foyles. And it's absolute chaos. And
Oh, I love that.
That's
when are
what
we
I'm
getting
up
on
to.
your podcast?
Yeah.
well, you have to come to Vegas first. I've been telling you to come to Vegas
Okay,
for
I
so
know.
long.
Okay.
You have to come to Vegas first.
We'll find a way.
This
We'll
could
find
be
a way.
this could be you sitting up here on my shoulder like a parrot instead of Girl Kevin.
Is that how the
We
podcast works?
We
You
could
have
go
to
full
sit.
pirate, you and
on
me.
the- There's only one chair. We have to sit, find other places to sit in the
Just
set.
sit right up here, right up here.
Yeah,
we
we
won't see
can't-
your
you
head,
can't-
but
You can't switch the shot or you'd lose the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award.
exactly that needs to stay. Oh, that's so funny you said that. I forgot all about
If
it.
you-
Oh yeah, there it is.
If you want to go check out Temperamental or any of Lisa's other stuff, I just posted a link in the
They
chat to your YouTube channel.
that's
Well,
so
too bad
sweet.
they can go check it out.
That's so nice of you.
Yeah, also, I mean, I do think it should be mentioned that you're the voice of Jocelyn, which we've already said, but one
Oh,
of
yeah.
our beloved Death Battle characters as well. Like,
It's
that's
just
the
it's
main
so
link
low on
between
my
us.
resume that sometimes I
Yeah.
forget to mention it. It's just
I
way
don't
down
put
there.
Death Battle on mine either. Don't worry. Don't want to scare off potential
I did
employers.
a half an episode cameo on Wild and Crazy Kids back in the day, and it's right below that. It's
Yeah.
right below.
That's good.
Don't worry, we'll get you another Nickelodeon Choice Award with your Jocelyn performance for our upcoming
you.
Among Us episode. So then
Yes.
then you'll remember it, maybe, if you remember that you got the award.
It's getting lonely. It needs a friend.
Yes, but Among Us vs. Fall Guys is our upcoming death battle, and Jocelyn is returning alongside all of our other characters. Ringmaster appears in it, Dummy appears in it, Boomstick appears in it. Surprise! Who knew Boomstick was going to come back for that one?
No lines for Mecha Goose, Ben. I'm insulted.
Maybe not Mecha Goose, but I mean, you'll have to see the full episode, which comes out in 2 weeks. So the Fall Guys preview will be coming out this upcoming weekend, and you guys seem to really enjoy the Among Us preview. It's doing really well, so I'm super excited about this episode. And yeah, as we've been talking about, we are no longer doing like full seasons, so there is no big seasonal break after Among Us versus Fall Guys. It is technically going to be our last episode for this year, but then we are moving right into the next episode at the start of 2025, and it's going to be very exciting. So stay tuned for that.
Forgotten Sons in chat says, bruh, she looks like Jocelyn. If you want to really blow your mind, go watch Desk of Death Battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically,
I have
Jocelyn was our
memorabilia
first
somewhere.
live action character. I guess only live action character for Death Battle, right?
Yeah.
I got Jocelyn's
Yeah, there you go.
little plaque.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
Yeah.
put that
Notice
in
that's
front
not
of the
framed.
Nickelodeon.
There we go. Yeah, notice-
All right.
Okay.
Right there's good. That's perfect.
Vamalator gifted
Yeah.
out 10 memberships. Thank you, Vamalator.
All right, let's get to this
Yeah.
match up. So, Chad, you're ready to
Yeah.
talk about some Zelda action, right? So,
I
60
am.
seconds on the clock.
There you go.
What's Zelda doing? Who's Zelda? What's she doing?
Oh, Princess Zelda? wielder of the Triforce of Wisdom, embodiment of the gods, sage, and sometimes pirate, ninja, or dragon. Zelda's an incredibly powerful magic user and archer. Over many games, she is critical to help save the land of Hyrule from evil. She can heal, create massive explosions of magic, seal and bind incredibly powerful powers or demons, or depending on the game, has survived for centuries, can recreate anything that she's defeated and summon it to fight for her. There is a reason that the games are called The Legend of Zelda and not The Legend of Link. I don't need the other 20 seconds. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I will spend these 20
Here you go.
seconds
Here,
then.
this is for you. You can have that. That's for
Yes!
you.
I'll spend these last 20 seconds then thanking Vamilator.
One of
I
those.
don't know how to say it. For gifting 10 memberships. Everybody who got a membership, thank Vamilator.
Yep.
I don't think I need the timer either, but I will put it back up. I think a lot of y'all watching probably watched Bowser Eggman, and you saw Bowser get really strong. And then keep in mind, I wish I could play the GIF, but GIFs keep getting cast demonetized, so I'm not going to. But in her self-titled Nintendo DS game, Princess Peach does hit Bowser so hard with an umbrella, he flies into space and turns into a star. Yeah, I think I'm good here. Turn it off. See, I don't even need 34 seconds, Chad. I gave up more than half the time. I was done. It was easy.
I
Wow.
love that
Okay.
you were like, my argument's just going to be she beat Bowser, watch Bowser versus Eggman, and then that's all that you've done.
Has Zelda beat Bowser?
Zelda has beaten Ganon.
So not Bowser. No. Wait, can we go back? So she beat Ganon. Can we go
Technically-
back to the Bowser Ganon matchup? Who won? Bowser? Oh, Bowser. Okay, the one Peach beat. Okay, got it. Cool. That's it. We're done
Actually,
again.
Sam, you wrote that episode.
I know. Shut up, Ben.
And this
He
is a
doesn't
long
know. He
time
doesn't
ago.
know. He doesn't know. He would never call the bluff.
Well, I'm going to call the bluff because I'm sure chat's already getting ready to call the bluff. That episode has a different winner.
It sure
listed.
does.
For reasons that we may not
agree
not
with
ascribe to
anymore.
these days.
I
But
don't know. I wrote it. I don't agree with it for this very moment, right now. Ask me later. Opinion might change, but right now, I don't agree with what I wrote.
Yeah, no, it's interesting.
Mm-mm,
Like,
no good.
It has beaten Ganon, and including if you want to talk about like Bowser in his Fury form and stuff like that. I mean, she was able to bind and then also defeat oh my God, Dark Beast Ganon in Breath of the Wild, who very strong, real big, real powerful.
With
Anyway.
help.
Yes. I mean,
There we go.
yeah.
There we go.
So Zelda's powers typically are presented as being able to seal things, right? Like she doesn't
Yeah.
often actually fight.
I mean, she's pretty good with a bow. We see her shoot bows a lot of light arrows and things like that. But yeah, a lot of times it is healing or sealing or or banishing. So
It is Sheik. She kind of does. I guess it's really just in Smash Brothers we see her fight. I'm trying to think now. It's like, does she actually fight
Sam,
in
Tony
64?
Sonic in chat may be on your side because he says, "Guys, Yoshi beat Bowser." Oh, I think actually no, this is for chat. I think Peach beating Bowser isn't that impressive.
yeah, see, there you go.
So gonna need something a little bit more, Sam.
Jeez, I don't know. How often does Zelda just like swim out of a black hole? You ever done that one, Chad? You know what black holes are? They're real big.
I mean,
A lot of mass,
so-
or maybe no mass. I'm not sure how this works, but it's a lot. It's big.
This is gonna be a great debate, y'all.
Mm.
The Age says, "Thank you for the super chat." And then Vambilator says, "I'm baffled. Chad gets my name right every time, yet Ben gets it more wrong every time. Fascinating." I got you, Vambilator.
Vemilitor? Vamilodder.
There you go. You nailed it.
Anyway, yeah, you wanted to like talk about like some of the stuff that they can do and stuff.
Yeah,
Sure. Well, okay. So Peach, obviously coming from the Mario universe, is gonna carry in some of the, I guess you could call it cartoonish sort of shenanigans. That is pretty popular amongst Mario like feats and whatnot, right? So like flying through space happens in the Galaxy games, right?
Yeah, a lot of that.
Smacking Bowser to the moon. Bowser, of course, punches the castle into orbit. We talk about that in Bowser vs. Eggman. Zelda, on the other hand, doesn't have that sort of cartoonish like world setting, right? It's a little more grounded in the Zelda universe, in the Legend of Zelda universe.
Yeah, and also not a ton of feats to pull from.
Direct
but-
feats.
Right. Yeah, I mean, so like, well, one thing, you know, by the end of Breath of the Wild, she gets the Sheikah Slate, so it's pretty safe to assume that she can do all the things that Link could do with the Sheikah Slate. You know, Cryonis, Magnesis, bombs, but the big one there is stasis. You know, which freezes time. So like, she would absolutely be able to freeze Peach in time, and then attack her, seal her, banish her. That it's kind of a big thing that I've got here is that like the end of the fight will probably be Zelda just sealing Peach away for centuries.
Yeah, but that doesn't get you a win. That's
It doesn't
like
death battle.
Well, it could technically. I mean, can she seal things away that aren't, I don't know, evil? I guess I don't really know where to go with that. Because she usually seals away like.
yeah, Ganons and
Ganon.
stuff, bad guys.
Does she ever seal away anything other than Ganon? I don't know if there would be like a limit to that specifically. I don't know if we would necessarily apply that.
I mean, she's like stopped other enemies and stuff like that. It would be weird. I don't think it's ever tied to be like, it never says like, you know, because Ganon is evil, she can seal him away. It's just like,
Yeah.
she's done it to Ganon, she's done it to Demise. So like, I think it's reasonable. She just had no reason to be like, hey Impa, come here. Like, you know, sealed away for a century, you know. Like,
So there isn't a day when she just gets a little too mad at Link and just like seals him away into another dimension for an
Yeah.
hour.
yeah. Oh, the comedian in the chat says, shame Zelda ain't fast enough. Actually, in Hyrule Warriors, she dodges a laser beam from a
Oh, so we are bringing in warriors. Okay.
That's pretty non-canon, if you ask me.
she dodges a laser from a Guardian Scout. And it's very clear that like lasers are differentiated in the game. Like there's the like fake lasers that aren't actually lasers that like make shit explode and whatever. But specifically the Guardian Scouts have actual lasers, and she is able to dodge through it in Hyrule Warriors. So FTL, just gonna toss that out there.
I mean, that's not, yeah. I mean, we all know everybody in Mario is too, so.
El Cato in chat, not Kevin the cat, but the cat. Says Peach is immune to time stop. Is she?
So yeah, I don't know, because Peach, it does get time stopped, and like so does the Mario gang in multiple things, and they're still able to move around and do stuff. But also there's instances in like Mario Party where you have things that like an individual character will use an item that stops the other people for a little bit. And I think that's in Mario Kart too. Isn't there a time stop in a Mario Kart as well where like everybody gets stopped except for, you know, simply the person in 8th that uses it? So I think there's examples of both. But I think in general, when you're talking about Zelda, it's going to be from a magic standpoint. And Peach has done a lot of magic resisting things.
Yep. Also, Falco in the chat, see, this is why Mario and Zelda matchups are such a mess now. How do we narrow down what counts or not? That's true, because there's like so many different things that like, you know, Peach has been on, obviously, and then when it comes to Zelda, there's so many different versions of Zelda, right? Like, one, she's literally like the goddess of Hyrule, like re-embodied, like that she like made herself mortal to come down and like save the land or whatever, and then you've got like Tetra pirate Zelda who's totally different, and like there's a lot. And then there's like Hyrule Warriors and stuff. But
I will say there
pretty
is
muddy.
a canon timeline
Yeah.
to Zelda. Even if it is a splitting timeline, there is a singular I guess Zelda doesn't have a singular spirit that is reincarnated, but she does have a singular family line that continues to name their heirs Zelda. So it is technically from the line from the goddess, right? So she is every single Zelda is canon Zelda is descended from the goddess Hylia, right? Whereas every single Link possesses the spirit of the hero, every single Ganon is Demise's rage or whatever. So there is a through line there, whereas Peach is more whatever the hell we're talking about today, because there's Mario Party, there's Mario Kart, there's like a bunch of random games that don't have any sort of connection to them because they don't need to. Frankly, Zelda never needed connection in my opinion either, but whatever. So how do we examine Peach, I think, is going to be a little bit more of a question here. And the way we've kind of done it in the past, especially with like Bowser, is we do view anything that's officially Nintendo as potentially part of this canon, quote unquote, right? However, things that might get a little outside the normal realm of the games might be a little questionable. For example, like we brought in Chance Time into the fight for Bowser versus Eggman.
Yeah.
But like the main reason why is because Kamek has those powers regardless in other games. He can teleport things around, mix things around. Chance Time is just one example of Kamek's magic. And it's also a very fun, recognizable one. So that's why it's in the fight. So like going too far into the outside stuff might get a little messy, like Peach swims away from a black hole in a Mario Party game. Does that match up with what happens in the mainline Mario games?
I hear black holes are super big, right?
Yeah.
They're super big, or they're super small.
Or
just wanted to
like
make
that.
sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But like they do have black holes. They fall into black holes and supernovas and stuff in the game in like the mainline quote unquote Mario games. So like it kind of matches up, right? That's generally how we kind of view it with Death Battle. It's sort of a loose interpretation because we got to keep it loose with Mario. But I am curious what
that's our motto. We got to keep it loose. That's our motto.
Well, you gotta, because there's just no specific one like timeline or whatever.
Yeah.
But I am curious what chat thinks. Like, should we be bringing in Mario Party for this? Should we be bringing in, I don't know, Mario Hotel?
Smash.
I don't know.
No, well, they're both in Smash, so that doesn't matter.
Oh, Smash Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we do Smash Brothers, then we're equal stats, right?
Yeah,
So that could be a
exactly.
way we do this. What do you think, Lisa, as our expert here?
Well, I bring a perspective that you guys don't. And that is that I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm an actor. And is that a kid's choice word? So I've portrayed both characters, right? And as a thespian, I have to dive deep, right? I got to get deep into that character.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you that when I played Peach, there wasn't I didn't have to do a lot of research. I'm like, okay, she looks like a blow up doll. Good. We're good. We'll stick with that.
Oh no.
And then I don't know if you remember how at the beginning of this, I wanted to talk about vomit. If I could still do that?
Yeah.
So,
Please.
I played Zelda in a show called Fistful of Rupees, and it's a live action spaghetti western based on the Zelda universe. And I played Zelda. And I love this character, and I watched a lot of Zelda footage, and I was like, yeah. I remember way back in the day when everybody thought that Link's name was Zelda because it was Legend of Zelda, and then I was like, no, it's actually she's a princess, and it's a whole thing. And I did so much research, and I got really excited about playing this character because not only did I have to play Zelda, I also played Sheik, right? So I also had to get all in, learn all the ninja moves, and like do like fight scenes and stuff. And I was super excited about it. And there was all this prep, right? And then the day before we started filming, I was the sickest I've ever been. I got so sick. I got like the worst stomach flu I've ever gotten in my life. And I have this moment where I'm on set and I'm like, I'm Zelda and I'm embodying the character. And I'm like, yes, I'm stoic. No. I'm a princess. I'm in charge. I'm otherworldly. Everything is great. And I'm talking to Link and he's reacting to me. And then I just stop and I just start throwing up all over the ground. This is a true story. And there's a camera on him. And it's such a good take for him that you could just see in his eyes. He's like, don't react. That Princess Zelda is just... So, We were in this nice little ghost town, and I'm getting somewhere with this. So you just hold your horses.
Right.
So I'm just saying that I was the sickest I've ever been, and I played Zelda, and then I also had to play Sheik, and I had to do the whole thing while vomiting the whole time, and yet I still finished the production. So I think that Zelda is very strong for doing that. Right? Like stepping into those shoes. I'm like, look, if Zelda can get through an entire production while having the worst stomach flu ever and just vomiting everywhere and grossing everyone out, even though they were very nice and they're like, it's okay. No one cares. It's okay. We just care that you're okay. They definitely cared. They're like, this is the worst thing we've ever seen on set ever. Call SAG immediately. But if I can get through that and it was still a great show, I'm Team Zelda all the way. I barely had to do anything for Peach. I just show up in a pink dress. And also, here's another thing I'm mad about with Peach. I'm mad that she used to be a redhead and now she's not, right? Wasn't she first established as a redhead?
Well,
tell me I'm wrong. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. Wasn't she?
Paulina.
Well, no. In Mario
very...
1. Yeah, she does have darker hair.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Oh, snap. She was a redhead. And then somebody behind the scenes was like, we don't like that at all. So, Chad, you should also be very offended by this, right? Because
exactly.
you used to be a redhead. Now
I'm all on board.
They're like, the people don't like it. Redheads don't have souls. We got to get rid of this immediately. No gingers. No gingers allowed. But then they made Bowser a ginger. So I don't know how I feel about any of that.
Well, and then
Bowser's got red hair,
made Bowser a blonde woman. So it went full circle.
Fans did.
It's full circle.
I know.
So I know this isn't really the perspective you were looking for, but that's what I bring to the table. That's what I bring to Death
it's a good point. It is weird. I never thought of that. They transitioned her because then in Mario 2, she is like firmly a brunette too. She has brown hair, the whole like, and then they're just like, you know what? Blonde.
Yeah, and like Chad saying, Pauline was originally blonde. So they swapped at least like hair tones at the very least. That's interesting. I wonder why they did that.
I mean, I assume in Mario 1, it is almost certainly a matched color for like the lava or Mario's vest because they could only have 16 colors on the screen at any given time, right? So like just adding yellow. In the game, but on screen, I believe is a limitation of it. So
for the level and whatnot.
Yeah.
There might not have been yellow
in castles. There's like
World
never
8.
sand, right? So yeah.
But there was like an orange for the fireballs.
They're just trying to flex, is what you're saying. They're like, oh, we finally have yellow. Let's make her hair blonde. It's a flex. That's all it was. I'm not here for it.
Sunshine says that Peach's official art in Super Mario Bros. 1 is blonde.
Yeah, but in game, no. That's the thing.
In game, it's more important than
I think you're on to something, Sam. I think you're on to something.
I'm taking game over like the manual for sure.
I agree.
Wow. Okay.
Caleb said at least Zelda was also a redhead at first.
Zelda did have darker hair at first too. Yeah. All of them did. What happened? What's going on, Nintendo?
I'm very offended by this.
We're being erased.
What's going on?
This is discrimination.
I also want to point out, Tony Sonic mentioned earlier, the Mario Black Hole feat is immediately null and void once you remember that every character exerts the same effort to pedal a tricycle a few feet forward. Tony, did you ever stop to think that maybe the tricycle's like pedals? The tension is so strong that it equals the force of needing to
of a black hole.
Way over a black hole just to twist those pedals.
Yeah,
maybe like those are some insane tricycles.
You know, it's like when your friend had a mountain bike and then you were like, what does this do? And you cranked it to like 10 or something. Fucking impossible. Like black hole level, right? You know, it goes from broken transmission, can't move, to a fucking stone wall.
Yeah, that's what they got. They got level. It goes way past 10 on these tricycles.
Yeah.
I don't know who's making these tricycles in the Mario universe, but hey, they also got people swimming away from black holes, so who knows? Oh my god. Okay, so we have some very compelling arguments so far. Peach smacked Bowser into a star. Redheads are being erased by Nintendo. This is the content you go to Death Battle for, right?
Nintendo conspiracy confirmed, definitely. They hate redheads.
And that Peach can that Zelda can freeze time, seal Zelda away. Like, I mean, So
I
when
have
you're on
seen I have seen a few people in chat mention that Peach has the mute spell. What is that? What is that from? I actually don't know what that's from.
is that from
Showtime maybe? Or because there's a lot of random crap from the Mario Rabbids games. Like she has like a shotgun
it's from RPG.
umbrella.
It's from
Oh,
RPG.
yeah.
Which
So it
basically just nullifies somebody's powers.
Yeah.
So theoretically, she could just. It's essentially like an anti-spell, right? So she just makes it so that Zelda can't cast magic.
Done. All right, sick. Who
No,
wants
no,
to talk
no,
about
no.
vomit some more?
No.
Me too. I got so many stories.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Zelda doesn't need to speak to cast magic.
Mm.
So I don't know why muting her would do anything. Also, anything that Peach has, like Zelda could copy with the Tri-Rod, which she still has, by the way, at the end of the game. It's in a frame. It doesn't go away, even though Tri goes away. So like literally has the ability to summon, a bunch of enemies to fight with her at all times. Anything that Peach throws at her, like I said, she can immediately copy. Doesn't have to be just an enemy, it could be inanimate objects or whatever. So for example, if like Peach whipped out the Vibe Scepter, which yep, that's a thing, like Zelda could totally clone it and then use it herself.
Just to real quick, put a cap on the mute thing because I just see some people in chat saying no, it just stops magic from being cast in general. It's not actually true. So in the Mario RPG game, there is a condition called mute. I'm looking it up. It's also called silence in some places. And the idea is that spells require words, utterances, right, to be cast. So when you mute them, you can't cast spells anymore in the game. It's like D&D rules, right? So, but Zelda, you're saying, can cast magic without verbally saying anything.
Yeah, for sure. Most of her magic, she doesn't say anything.
Because they don't speak in Zelda. Well, they did until the recent games. None of them say anything.
Yeah, well, Zelda Zelda has always spoken.
I guess she has.
Yeah. And
Not
so
a lot, though.
the other thing too, this is a little like spoilery for for Echoes of Wisdom, which I fucking love, by the way. If you haven't played Echoes of Wisdom, God, that game's good. So she eventually defeats Null, and Null is basically how do I describe this? Like the concept of non-existence is kind of what he is. So basically, like,
Okay.
The goddesses started creating like life, and then as that was happening, Null was basically like, fuck that, and he would destroy it. Like his concept was just there of he wanted to be nothingness, everything be null, right? And so things would be created, and then he would immediately just devour and destroy them. And this is like universe wide. And so then they were like, all right, we need to do something to stop this guy. So they create the whole like race of like tribe people and whatever, and their whole job is basically to like block Null from, and so that they can then create life and whatever. And then eventually Null starts tearing through reality, and then that's how he gets to Hyrule and starts like anyway. So very powerful. Basically, the concept of just complete destruction and anti-life. And Zelda is able to destroy him
By spawning a bunch of beds, chairs.
Yeah. So along with Link, so at this point you've rescued Link from where he was. And you give him his equipment back, which when you do have the Sword of Might as Zelda, you can turn into Link, by the way. And then you're able to jump twice as high, use the sword, which can shoot a beam when you're at full health. And then also, if you've upgraded everything. And then also you have like bombs and bow and arrow, but whatever. And so eventually you give Link his stuff back, and then Link's there too, and he helps. And you along with summoning whatever creatures you choose to, you like help pull Null apart piece by piece, and then Link cuts him and stuff, and then eventually you rip he had gotten a piece of the Triforce, and of course he's trying to get all pieces of the Triforce to then achieve the ultimate power to then destroy the entire universe into non-existence, and then you rip that out of him, and then he dies.
So she needs help.
Yeah, I mean, not to get too into it, but what I took from that is Zelda needs a big strong man to wield a sword for her.
Yeah. See, Peach, the whole Peach getting kidnapped thing too, like this is just I'm convinced at this point this is just some weird sort of like Mario Peach Bowser fetish thing happening. It's just a fun and games thing. Like it's not because whenever she does have enough of it, she just knocks Bowser into space. Like and it's over. It's just a whole game they're playing.
I just appreciate the fact that no matter what's going on, they can all be like, you know what, let's put our differences aside and go-kart racing.
Yeah.
Just for a little bit. Okay. Let's just like I know we're all fighting, but let's just do a nice race through the Chocolate Mountain course. What's that called? Choco some whatever.
You kidnapped me 7 times last year, but I could do a kart course with you. Yeah. It is very much.
I mean, Peach, yeah, that's true. But also Peach is real good at getting kidnapped.
It's like
even more so than Zelda, I'd say.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, what else do they got going on in the
Mushroom
Mushroom
wants
Kingdom?
it at this point, right?
Yeah, it's a
well, what else do they? What else do they have going on in the Mushroom Kingdom? Right? Maybe they're just bored. Maybe Peach is just
They're always
bored.
throwing parties.
Yeah, because
they're bored.
They've got nothing going on. This is the Mushroom Kingdom is what happens when you live in a utopia because there's no like rainy days, so you have to kind of manufacture some bad days just so you can enjoy the rest of them. And so Bowser offers a service. He is for hire, and he shows up and goes, "Oh, I've kidnapped," and it's like just the whole thing, and they love it. It's like going to your favorite escape room. They're like, "Oh, how's Mario gonna save me again?" It's like a whole thing, and then she gets to go on a little vacation to wherever Bowser lives, another part of the Mushroom Kingdom. He's also got a castle.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also,
Why would they make so many castles in the Mushroom Kingdom for only one princess, if not to like set up all these obstacle courses for Mario?
Yeah. So back at the people are like, oh well, she needed help. That's fine. I will happily half the feat of defeating the god of non-existence. The concept of non-existence.
So it's like who helps her defeat? It's Link.
Just Link, and then any of her own summons that
any of the summons. Okay, so all right.
Well, the summons might come into play here. So like, what can she summon?
So the most powerful thing she can summon is a Lionel, which is like the big lion centaur people. This is the best way to describe that, I guess.
Yeah.
Big sword, real strong. Like, and they got hops. That freaked me the hell out when I was playing Echoes of Wisdom. I was like, oh, I'll just stand on this tree, and this is how I'm going to defeat the Lionel. And he just fucking leaps over the trees and gets me. But it does a lot of damage. Has like an AoE attack. Has like a big powerful slash as a charge. But I mean, she can summon a bunch of random shit. So like, little fire Zols, bats, which kill geese, ropes, which are snakes. All kinds of birds, or one of my favorite things to do, fucking bokoblin army. Okay, if you're kind of further in the game and you've got 6 Doritos, I don't know what they're called, but basically the more powerful Tri gets, you get another little Dorito behind Tri. If you have 6 of them and then Tri's leveled up enough,
they're not going to be called Tri Pieces or anything extremely obvious like that.
We're gonna stick with Doritos. We're gonna stick with Doritos.
You feed the little fairy Doritos and it becomes more powerful. That's that's Zelda canon.
Same. Absolutely same.
Yeah.
Yeah. It also reduces the cost for summons. One of my favorite things to do is at one point you can summon up to 6 boomerang bokoblins, which is just the most ridiculous thing. So you're just Zelda with your army of like boomerang throwing pig men.
Okay, they throw boomerangs. She's not throwing them like boomerangs. Okay.
Oh no, she's just throwing pigs. Just whipping them.
Okay.
Lily Mandragon Cool Ranch. Well, they're yellow, so I'm gonna assume they're nacho flavored, or maybe the golden Dorito is the combination of cool. Has anyone ever put the Cool Ranch dust on nacho Doritos?
Yes. That was a product. That was a limited edition product. I'm positive.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, I don't know. Infinite army of toads, and then I think I'm back to being on top.
Well, she just tri-rod the toads. Well, that's the other thing too. That's interesting. So the tri-rod can.
We're not positive the tri-rod still got juice.
Well, I think it's safe to.
When Tri, the person that's imbued it, is gone, it's another character's powers. Like Mario's not coming in with Cappy.
Yeah, but she still has the tri-rod,
yeah,
so
but
it's ambiguous.
She's got the rod, but without the fairy who gives it powers that it is named after.
So we have allowed characters to use one-time objects before. We can still kind of take it into account. If it's going to be like the deciding factor, then that may be a bigger question.
It is.
But,
it is specifically the Tri-Rod, not Try, because there's a point in the game where the Tri-Rod gets taken from you and Try is still with you, and you can't summon any echoes.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying his power doesn't need a channeling device. I'm just saying his power channels through the Tri-Rod, and without his power.
On.
I mean, that's a reasonable argument. Come on me for an extremely reasonable argument.
That's not.
Dark Bethleys, what did you miss? Several vomit stories, surprisingly enough. But you can go back and watch that.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna want to just only watch those and then fast forward through them
Just
yapping.
that.
No one
I
cares.
did see
my vomit stories.
I did see some people in chat asking where can they see this if it was ever posted, or just the original like Peach and Zelda thing. That you did.
Yeah. So it's a 3-episode series called Fistful of Rupees. Like I said, it's a spaghetti western about the Legend of Zelda universe. And then I was Peach in it was like a choose your own adventure thing back in the day called Miyamoto's Angels, where we were like Charlie's Angels, and I was Peach. And then we do like a little story, and then at the end they're like, which girl do you think wins the big battle? And surprise, surprise, it was me. It was Princess Peach. So if you click on me, then I'll like
who are you fighting?
win the battle.
Who was the battle against?
Bad dudes, you know. Bad guys,
Click
right?
on bad dudes to win.
No. He said who I was fighting. We were fighting bad guys. It was me and Samus Aran and Zelda, right? It was us because we were Charlie's Angels. Do I need to do this again? So you get it? We were Charlie's Angels, and we were going up against generic bad guys. It was all the Warp Zone guys actually. Then you had to choose which female you thought was gonna win. So I guess in that scenario, Peach did win, which goes against everything I've been arguing for this whole show. But they're both great. Fistful turned out really, really good. You should go check it out. And
Fistful
just keep in mind while watching it,
Miyamoto's
I'm the sickest I've ever been. I'm so sick the whole time.
I had food poisoning this past weekend, by the way. It's
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. Do you have any vomit stories you want to share, or just to keep it going?
It must be a redhead thing.
I did not throw up. No. I processed it differently. Let's say that.
Okay. Yeah.
So, all right. I mean, we talked a lot about Zelda. Sam's mainly been sticking to his guns.
They're good guns. Why not?
Because you didn't look up anything. But it's okay.
It was supposed to be Liam doing this.
That's
to be
true.
fair, I blame Liam.
That's true. I mean, Zelda's also pretty tough. She's been smacked around by Calamity Ganon. She is very resistant to like magic and stuff like that because she spent 100 years inside Calamity Ganon without being absorbed by his malice, which like corrupted like a shitload of like Hyrule and everything like that. And she chilled inside like the purest form of that for 100 years and was still chill. And then here's a fun one. Let's say that in the case, there is a case where at some point Peach is able to kill Zelda or something along those lines. So I didn't know about this one. And I was doing some research this morning. I came across this. I couldn't find which game it's from, but it looks like it's a DS one, so I'm gonna assume it's like some sort. Anyway, it's like probably like Spirit Tracks or something like that. Zelda is like killed and has her soul gone, and then she just wills her soul.
You're talking about Phantom Hourglass?
Her body. It might be Phantom Hourglass. So Sam, you want to pull that up real quick?
This is a good moment.
Or maybe it's Spirit Tracks. Yeah, maybe you're right. The one where she's in the statue the whole time.
Maybe, I don't know. I just saw this one little clip. And Spirit, I haven't beat Spirit Tracks yet. It's one of the few Zelda games I haven't. Sam, are you pulling
Weird.
Oh, conveniently, the guy running the show can't pull my inventory.
There he goes.
So
she couldn't find a higher res. What is this? Come on.
No, because it's from like a.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, so I zoomed in for you. Yeah, so her soul is just gone, and then she's like, wait, hold on, I'll like will myself back into my body, and then just will her soul goes back to her body, and then she falls from the sky. Link catches her because why not? But it's like, dude, girl, your soul just came back to your body. I don't think a fall is gonna kill you. And then
she's
just
have
like,
to go
I'm
back again.
Yeah,
but
like,
still dead.
But it was quick. It's not a like, oh, and after 7
died.
days she regenerated. You know, like she didn't.
I don't know why you need to bring Christ into this,
Yeah,
but
I
sure.
know, like,
Well, Christmas is coming.
Yeah,
so
that's fair. Yeah, we want to get it on brand.
How does she lose her spirit in that one? I'm trying to remember. Because I think it is a special thing that like separates her from her spirit rather than she just dies.
You said that was Phantom Hourglass in that game?
Spirit tracks, I believe.
Oh, Spirit tracks.
But you're saying that theoretically, if Peach does smack Zelda so hard she explodes into stars, her spirit still exists.
Yes.
And can separate from her body and can thus do what? If her body's destroyed, what happens then?
She goes back to her body. I don't know in that scenario. Maybe if her body's destroyed, I guess maybe she can't go back to it. Maybe she could go possess Peach. I don't know. This was not explored.
Okay. Cool. Great comeback. Okay, yeah. So people in chat are saying it was a spell. Yeah.
If you took Gladys Knight's Midnight Train to Georgia and just changed it to Midnight Train to Hyrule, it would kind of make sense for Spirit Tracks in Link. It would kind of add up. That's a real big side note, but if you think about it, I mean, great song, and then just redub it, just switch Georgia with Hyrule, and you're pretty much in. It's perfect.
Would you like to sing it for us just a little bit?
No, I
please?
can't. No,
Yeah,
thank you.
I think that you should. I think that you
that's
just
a Chad job right there. If I've ever
you
heard
just
that.
volunteered to do that.
No, I don't.
Excuse me, when I want to sing Santeria, I'm going to call Chad, but I want you to sing.
I've got nothing.
Please.
I just know he's leaving, and then there's the backup singers that say leaving. It's really, I only know it from that scene in 30 Rock because it stands out so well to me. But yeah,
she can possess unliving beings in Spirit Track, but that's it. She can kick ass as a ghost in Hyrule Warriors. Oh, okay. So she can possess unliving like statues and whatnot, right? Like the statues she possesses throughout that game. So she can come back as a statue, but then I don't know. Then we're talking about, does she have like a statue that can survive a black hole? Like they can like be put up against Peach? I doubt it, right? So I don't know if that necessarily comes into play.
Seal Peach away for a century. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay. I mean, that's really what it comes down to,
right?
For Peach versus Zelda, right? Peach. It sounds like Peach has the overwhelming power, like strength, essentially here. But Zelda has magic that could potentially seal her away, stop her from actually using that power that she has. And unless Peach has some very specific anti-magic thing, Mute is not going to necessarily stop Zelda from using the Triforce to seal her away. Zelda does typically possess the Triforce of Wisdom. However, in Breath of the Wild, it's implied she has the entire Triforce. I'm surprised you didn't bring that up, given the fact that the Triforce allows you to just wish things to happen. So if she does have the whole Triforce, I guess
her wishes
if she does have the whole
unaffected.
Triforce, well, if she does have the whole Triforce in the original or in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, she doesn't
do very well with it. Yeah.
Like, I don't think she's aware.
Well, that's because Tears of the Kingdom, she ate one, and then.
Well, that was that was one of the stones. But she could have just, if she does have the entire Triforce, she could have just wished herself back to the present, right? Or wished the Master Sword back into
death.
There you go. Right. So I don't know if she necessarily has it or if she even knows she has it, but it's implied in Breath of the Wild that she does. Either way. Yeah, it's definitely not. Donkey Long says the whole Triforce is absolutely not part of her regular arsenal. I think there's maybe a debate there, but I would be hard pressed to agree that she would be able to use it. So
yeah, I mean,
Sacred Stone.
I didn't bring it up because I didn't.
But what if she goes full dragon?
Then she. Here's the thing about the dragon mode. Like, she loses her mind. So unfortunately, like, I didn't really.
She doesn't though. She doesn't though. That's sort of like the whole twist on the game though, is that she doesn't lose her mind. She recognizes Link, she comes back to him, and she's still in there, so they're able to pull her out. Minoru is wrong. That's like the big twist to the game that I feel like a lot of people miss. Minoru is wrong about the dragon stuff, about all of pretty much everything.
Do you think when dragons
Sorry.
do the breathing fire thing, it's like throwing up for them?
There we go.
Is that dragon vomit?
I think so.
Great.
Immediately.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
how I
Callback.
felt. That's how I felt on the set.
Yeah, just
As Zelda.
like a dragon, yeah. If you're ever
I get
throwing
it.
up,
I get it.
remember,
Yeah, but-
you feel
but
like a
then
dragon.
But that takes her like remembering Link and going through all this. Like, it needs to like trigger that thing. I would like. She clearly is in like a mindless beast form when she eats the thing, and for like 100 years or whatever, flies around with a sword stuck in her head.
Sort of.
Well, you know what I mean. So that's why like I just. She doesn't appear to be like super awesome sentient. I'm gonna fight as a dragon, but I mean, I guess whatever. She could just go
Ganon does.
dragon mode and then just full. I guess you don't need to think or be cognizant and just beast out. I guess and just destroy
Mhm.
Peach.
Ganon does. Ganon does that exact thing.
Mhm.
I don't see why Peach couldn't or Zelda couldn't. Okay, I'm gonna get the poll up, but Lisa, I want to get your opinions here. So, aside from one of them surviving some stomach flu, with everything we've been talking about, which character are you leaning towards at the moment? Who do you think wins?
I'm leaning towards Zelda because when she's Sheik, everyone's like, she's a dude, right? Because she's ripped. She's so ripped. She's like muscly and she's strong. And that tells me that she's got self-discipline and she goes to the gym and she's getting up early and she's taking steroids or whatever. Like she's putting in the work. Like that's what I care about. And Peach, and Peach, and Peach is baking cakes, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, baking cakes, putting in the work. I'm gonna go Zelda every time.
Zelda wins because she's confirmed on a trend cycle. So that's really, that's how it works.
I just love right before putting in the work, taking steroids, putting in the work. Like
That's taking steroids in
Put in the work.
2024.
Yeah.
Or that's putting in the work. Yeah.
Okay.
You got to juice
Exactly.
up, man.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You don't know what's in here. You don't know what I'm drinking.
Velociraptor is right
It's
though.
water.
Peach does have martial arts in her newest game. In the show, we didn't really talk about it, but in the Showtime game, she does have like she does sword fighting, she does dancing, she does martial arts. She's got all sorts of different skills that she shows off.
Is Showtime the one with the
But
vibe
how do those biceps
scepter?
look?
I mean,
no,
No,
Showtime's the one where
Showtime's the
she
new
switches
game.
between the new.
Oh, yeah,
but the Vibe Scepter was
that's the last one.
I don't
what's
remember
that
what
game
it was
called?
called. Is it just Super Princess Peach? It might be just Super
I
Princess
think
Peach.
it is, yeah.
That's the one where that can control people's emotions, and then she can like enhance her emotions to give herself superpowers. So if she gets really angry, she can like destroy buildings or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Peach. I feel like she's just got way more going on than Zelda.
Zelda
And
defeated
it's-
half
I think
the
maybe you just like
concept of
blondes.
non-existence.
Yeah. Don't.
I'm sorry,
don't-
is the blonde rooting for the blonde? I'm shocked. I'm so shocked.
Wow.
Yeah, but what is non-existence, Chad? It's nothing. So she defeated nothing.
There you
cool.
go. Big.
Oh, I swear to God.
True.
It is literally the thing that was like devouring existence, the universe, and everything like that. and she
Before it
defeated
was
It's
something.
like super
sure.
Lovecraftian. It's like a Lovecraftian creature. I swear, I'm so on board with that. I think Noel's awesome. I love that.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we have a poll in chat right now, so everybody get your last votes in as we are going to wrap up the show here. Let's real quick give a shout out to Lisa. Lisa, it's great to have you here. Where can people find
Hey!
you? Where should people go find you?
I'm in my house. I'm not going to give my address
Well-
away. But I am in Las
Damn it, no.
Vegas, and you can find on the World Wide Web. You can find me at Least Foils on Instagram, at Least Foils pretty much everywhere. My podcast is on YouTube and Spotify. It's called Temperamental, and also I sing in a metal band called Von Bolt, and you can find us on Spotify and also on Instagram. And we're awesome, and you should check us out and play our music and stream it over and over and over and over because it's like horror and it's Halloween and it's metal, and I think you'll really enjoy it.
There you go.
And also, I'm Jocelyn. I'm Jocelyn. So yeah, I forgot I gotta say that
Yes.
for you guys. You'll get mad. I don't talk about that. No, I actually, to be fair, like I love playing Jocelyn, and when I found out that like you guys hit the Kickstarter and like it was all coming back, like I was so overjoyed. Remember, I was on the phone like losing my mind. Like you can attest to this. I was like freaking out.
I
love any
relayed
opportunity
some of
to be
that
able
when
to.
I was telling the guys about our phone
Yeah.
call, and I was just like, yeah, no,
Yeah,
and she was just like, like they were like, oh, it's like that.
Energy off the charts. He was like, she was even more annoying than usual. I couldn't even believe it. But no, I love Jocelyn. I love playing Jocelyn.
Like, we've got similar energy, as we found out.
Very similar. Yeah, but no, Jocelyn is so like near and dear to my heart. She's honestly like one of my favorite characters I've ever gotten to portray, and you guys made that possible. So thank you so much for letting me be part of your, your little show.
Thanks for.
And Jocelyn is
me,
back.
an award-winning actor.
Yeah, there you go. That's so
Oh,
funny.
I didn't even see that there. Thank you for
Wow.
pointing that out.
Oh, it's
News
still
to me.
there? Oh, that's crazy. It's
And
crazy
Jocelyn
it's still there.
is back in the upcoming Death Battle Among Us versus Fall Guys, which will be airing in 2 weeks on December 8th. We do have a sneak or a preview coming up this weekend for the Fall Guys. We already have one up for the Among Us crewmates. Very fun episode. I'm very excited about this one. It's Bowser versus Eggman is an episode that went like hard, right? Like it's death, like it's a really epic sort of death battle. I can kind of say the same thing for Among Us Fall Guys, but in a different direction, a very different direction. So I'm excited for you guys to see it. It's very fun.
Not that Bowser Eggman wasn't, but it's a really like fun. Like that's kind of the point, right? It's fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So,
Speaking
also-
of things we're doing, though, there is one other thing I want to drop on you guys. A little surprise. Over the past couple of weeks, we've mentioned that we've been bringing back Death Battle music. The Death Battle soundtracks and whatnot have been re-uploaded and brought back to streaming platforms like YouTube and Spotify and whatnot. And you can always support the original creators of that music by listening to that music from official releases, such as our Death Battle Beats YouTube channel. And we want to start doing more with the music. We absolutely love the music that our composers create. The composers that we work with are so freaking talented. And we want to show off their work, right? So we are doing more with the Death Battle Beats YouTube channel. Right now, if you go to Death Battle Beats on YouTube, we just released a brand new basically workout mix compilation. Right. And you can check that out right now at Death Battle Beats. If you subscribe to that, you should be seeing more stuff like that and maybe completely new things, completely original things on that channel. So check that out. That's at Death Battle Beats. It's its own YouTube
I'll
channel.
put it in the chat.
Go subscribe and then watch that thing on like repeat so that we can qualify for monetization.
Okay.
Also, really quick, thanks to G Hamby for the 50. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let me put
All
this
right.
in the
Gelatin
chat.
Man also says, I love you, Lisa. You bring some great energy to the show. You met Gelatin Man at the premiere.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi.
Um,
Oh, guys, that was so much fun. I miss y'all so much already.
Oh, I know. We had a blast. Good time. We could talk about that on the post show.
We'll do that on the post show. That's on our champion cast for members for the YouTube channel. Goes up same day at the end of the day that we air Death Battle Cast live. All right. With all that being said, have you subscribed to Death Battle Beats yet? If you haven't, go do that right now. Otherwise, we are gonna end the poll without you. So go do that. As I'm gonna end the poll in 3, 2, 1. You subscribed? Okay, ending the poll.
Girl, Kevin, did you win? Did you win?
We
you should've
have
put
with
Girl
60,
Kevin on the poll, Ben. Come on.
65% of the vote. Oh shoot! Hang on.
New poll.
No,
Girl
hang on,
Kevin.
hang on.
I mean, yeah,
on.
sure.
No, yeah, I win. Peach
No.
wins. Peach wins a lot.
You said to redo it.
Well, it's just gonna. Girl Kevin's gonna win. So.
Well,
Well, yeah.
With 65% of the vote, we have Peach as the winner.
Yeah.
But we have a new poll in chat in just a second, and it is who wins between Girl Kevin and Boy
Oh.
Kevin?
Yeah.
Where's
Lisa,
Boy Kevin?
Do you have a strong opinion on
He
this,
was here
Lisa?
a little bit ago. They said you guys were yapping, but he was here for a bit, and Dog Kevin was also here, but you guys were,
Oh, there's Dog Kevin.
So.
Crap! Wait, I gotta change the poll. Hang on. Hang on. New poll. New poll.
No one cares about Dog Kevin. It's all about the cat Kevins. It's all
Boy
about them.
Kevin. Girl Kevin.
Well, Girl Kevin crushed the first poll anyway.
Yeah.
Dog Kevin.
Good.
New poll. Who wins? Which Kevin wins?
Also, Arthur wants us to know that
I didn't know you had a dog named Kevin too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you got Dog Kevin, Girl Kevin, Boy Kevin.
Wait,
I
so what
can't think of
happens when
new
you
names.
just call
I'm not
Kevin?
original. Well, you gotta
'Cause
go
the
like for
dog
Girl Kevin, you go like
responds.
Kevin, and I mean, she responds to anything. So yeah,
That's fair.
No,
No,
you use different voice. You go like Kevin. They all know. They know. I have them trained. I don't know
All
why
right.
this is so confusing. The whole thing.
Well, Dog Kevin, despite I don't think appearing at all on this show, is pretty resoundingly taking the lead with 56% of the vote. Have we even
Come on
seen
this
Dog
side.
Kevin?
Here,
Come
well,
on
here's
this
the thing.
side. Come here.
There's Dog
Oh.
Kevin.
Dog Kevin.
Dog Kevin.
You got a little bow tie. That's good
Oh
stuff.
my God.
That's adorable.
I know.
Aw.
So
Oh,
it's
Dog
funny,
Kevin.
there's so some people probably are just like, well, I always vote dog, so there's that. But there's probably a portion of the audience is like, in a death battle, the dog would slaughter.
All right. Well,
I don't know. There's I'll talk about it on the post show, but Boy Kevin has destroyed me in a death battle, and I'll tell that story.
Ooh.
But
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you all so much for joining us for this Death Battle cast. Lisa, again, thank you for jumping on and just being your amazing award-winning self. I see it.
Oh,
I see it
come on.
there. I see that
Oh, is
award
it
that
still
says
there?
Jocelyn
Is
the
it still there?
intern.
So
Yeah.
funny.
Look at that.
If only you were English, you could get a title. We've just been robbed as Americans.
If only.
Thank you,
Like I
TJ.
said, Among Us vs. Fall Guys is coming out very soon, so keep an eye out for that. And if you haven't checked out the Death Battle Beats YouTube channel, go check that out as well. Thank you all so much. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.